Have you ever been betrayed by someone you loved with all your heart? Imagine building a life with someone, trusting them, sharing your deepest secrets and dreams, only to find out that they've been lying to you all along. Betrayal is a pain unlike any other, and for David, it was a feeling he would never forget. This is the story of David, a man whose world was turned upside down by the woman he loved more than anything. He thought their love was strong, their bond unbreakable, but he was wrong. In a single moment, everything changed. David had always been the kind of man who believed in true love. He grew up watching movies where the hero fought for the woman of his dreams, and he was determined to find that kind of love for himself. He did. He met Emma in college, and from the moment they locked eyes, he knew she was the one. She was smart, beautiful, and funny. They clicked immediately. They spent the next few years getting to know each other, going on adventures, laughing, and building a life together. Their love grew deeper, stronger, and more meaningful with each passing day. They both had big dreams. David wanted to start his own business, and Emma dreamed of becoming a successful writer. They talked about their future together, about the house they would buy, the children they would have, and the life they would build. After graduation, things seemed perfect. David proposed to Emma, and she said yes. They were married in a beautiful ceremony, surrounded by family and friends. They bought a house and settled into their new life as a married couple. For the next 5 years, everything seemed ideal. They had a beautiful daughter, Lily, who became the center of their world. They celebrated holidays, birthdays, and anniversaries with joy, always cherishing the little moments that made life so special. David thought their love was unshakable. But as time went on, David began to notice something changing in Emma. It started small. She seemed distracted at times, more distant. She wasn't as affectionate as she used to be. At first, David didn't think much of it. She was busy with work, and they were both adjusting to life as parents. But the distance between them grew. Emma started spending more time away from home, going out with her friends more often, or staying late at work. David tried to be understanding. He knew Emma needed her space. He was focused on his business, and they both had their responsibilities. But something felt off. He couldn't shake the feeling that there was more to her behavior than just a busy schedule. Then came the late nights. Emma would come home, and David could tell she had been drinking. She wasn't acting like herself. She was more secretive, less present. He would try to talk to her about it, but she would brush him off, telling him he was just being paranoid. But deep down, David knew something wasn't right. One evening, David came home earlier than usual and found Emma's phone on the kitchen counter. It buzzed with a notification. Curiosity got the better of him, and he picked it up. It was a message from a man named Jake, someone David had never heard of. The message was intimate, full of affection, and included a series of photos that clearly weren't intended for David's eyes. David felt his heart stop. He put the phone down and walked away, trying to collect his thoughts. Could it be? Was Emma cheating on him? The next few days were filled with doubt. David tried to ignore what he had seen, but he couldn't. He started paying more attention to Emma's behavior. He noticed that she was more distant. Her texts always seemed to be hidden from view, and there were new passwords on her phone and social media accounts. The realization hit him hard. She was hiding something, something big. But what? David didn't want to believe it. He loved her too much. But he also couldn't ignore the sinking feeling in his chest every time she left the house or got a mysterious phone call. David's suspicions grew, and one evening he decided to confront Emma. He told her that he knew something was wrong and that he needed the truth. Emma was defensive at first, denying everything, but David pressed her, showing her the messages from Jake. Emma froze. The truth was out. She couldn't lie anymore. She admitted that she had been seeing Jake behind David's back for months. She said that it started as a friendship, but soon it turned into something more. She told him that she was unhappy in their marriage and had been looking for a way out. David was crushed. His whole world came crashing down around him. He had given her everything, his love, his trust, his loyalty, and she had betrayed him in the worst way possible. The days following Emma's confession were some of the darkest of David's life. He couldn't believe what was happening. He thought their marriage